Hello and thank you for joining me on Delicious by Debbie. I'm putting together some homemade scalloped potatoes, my version of scalloped potatoes. So first of all, I have been cutting up the potatoes. I have 3 medium potatoes. There's just the 2 of us, and I cut them pretty thin. As you can see, that's pretty thin. First of all, I'm using this 8x8 or 9x9, which is it, 8x8 pan. If I was making it for a family, I would use a 9x13 and I'd use more of all these ingredients. So I'm going to spray this. And I'm going to, first of all, just put some of these, about half of these potatoes on the bottom. And on top of that, I'm going to put about 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper. And 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. You season yours however you want to. And I'm going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. You could use fresh garlic, minced garlic, but I'm just using this today, so all I want is 1/4 of a teaspoon. And I have some minced onion. I just got home from being gone for a week, so I don't have a fresh onion on hand. So I'm going to start with a teaspoon of the minced dried onions. In my garden, some of my herbs are ready. And first of all, I have some rosemary. I just went out and got this, and I'm going to pull some of that and put in it. This is all optional. You do not have to do this. You use whatever seasonings, herbs, whatever you like. And then I have some thyme, and I'm going to pull some of that off and put in here. And I have some basil. Now my basil leaves are big, so I'm going to cut those. I just like to cut it in, put several leaves together, cut it in strips, and then cut it the other way. So I've just got little pieces. Then I have some ham that was left over, and I cut it up in chunks. This is optional. You could use ham, you could use bacon, or you don't have to use meat at all. I happen to like a little bit of meat with mine. Use about 1/4 of a cup of cheese on this layer. I have a can of cream of chicken soup, undiluted, and I'm going to put some of that on here, just around in different places. You could use mushroom soup. You don't have to use chicken, but this is what I have. A tablespoon of flour. Okay, and now I'm going to put another layer of potatoes. Okay, that uses up all those potatoes. And on top of this, I'm going to put a little bit of salt, about 1/4 of a teaspoon. Where'd my 4th teaspoon go? There it is. 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And if you have to watch your salt, you don't have to add that at all, because the soup does have salt in it too. A little bit of pepper, 1/4 of a teaspoon of each. And I want about 1/4 of a teaspoon of this garlic powder. A teaspoon of my minced onion. And just because I have it, I'm going to take a couple of these little basil leaves. I really like basil. 1/4 of a cup of cheese. I will put more cheese on later when it gets near done baking. And I have a cup of chicken broth here. I'm gonna pour about half of this kind of around the edge so I don't remove all my herbs. Gonna cover this with foil, bake it at 350 for about 45 minutes at least. I'll check the potatoes, and then I'm gonna remove the foil and I'll put some more cheese on top and let it cook for about another 15 minutes, and I'll show you when it's done.